From getting called out by Tyrese, silenced by Juelz Santana, getting checked by Lil Baby, DJ Vlad has a very strange talent when it comes to ticking off guests on his interviews, especially with how deep he digs into their past, with most even claiming he might be a fed trying to get this people locked up. Here are times he went so far, he had to get checked by rappers. Akon appeared on the DJ Vlad, and during his time there, Vlad asked questions about his collaborations with Michael Jackson.
5 records, a million ideas though, because we was always in ideas. One thing about Mike, every minute is another idea, so you got to kind of confine him to focus on the idea before the new idea that's about to come up, right? So the challenge was just getting them focused on this song first. So I'm like, yeah, drop all those ideas on this song though. You know what I'm saying? No, let's put it.
Akon truly respects Michael, and he was pretty clear on how deep that love for that talented man goes.
He's thinking not only the song, he's thinking the video, he's thinking the performance, he's thinking what song comes after that. Like he thinks in a whole big 360, conversions way of thinking. So it was really just kind of molding him down to one idea till we finish and then move to the next one. But just to keep his energy flowing and the creativity level going, as he came with new ideas, we'll start a new session, start a new idea like this. You know what I mean? Then eventually bring him back to the original one.
DJ Vlad set the layout for his sinister question, yet to come, by asking Akon about Michael's dating preferences.
What?
Yeah, and you actually said that, you guys would have just, regular casual conversations, and he was into, I guess, the supermodel type females?
Yeah, Mike was human. Like, he was human. He liked everything we liked.
The tallest. But he wasn't into the thick women, is what you're saying.
Yeah, he liked supermodels.
Supermodels,
yeah,
tall,
like
thin, and so forth.
But it all made sense, though. Now I know why he always had, like, supermodels in his videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had the supermodels in the
Campbell.
Videos. Right.
From how shaky his breath was, DJ Vlad knew he was going to get chewed out for saying this.
Since our last interview, I interviewed Tom Messero, who was his lawyer that defended him successfully in that whole case. And I remember just going through the whole story and so forth and kind of digging into the background and everything. And I remember, because there's always, from the outside looking in, you're like, well, was the allegations true? Was he really into little kids? He
wasn't, man.
Well, clearly.
He was nowhere near that.
Right. But clearly some of the stuff he did wasn't really appropriate for an adult man.
There was no way Akon was going to stand around and watch this man disrespect his late friend again.
Let you start there.
Vlad,
listen, I live.
Listen. No, I'm gonna finish this.
Vlad, Vlad, because I don't want you to finish it and the shit go all over the internet on some negative shit. You know how that shit works.
Okay.
Mike's legacy got to be protected, bro. The nigga was he was a true soul.
Tyrese Gibson DJ Vlad, for some reason, decided to bring up Tyrese Gibson's emotional struggles during his child support case back in 2023.
A video of Tyrese recently?
Nah.
You heard about this?
Nah, what he did?
So Tyrese, apparently a judge just ruled that he owes $10,000 a month in child support. So he goes on this big, Instagram rant where he calls on a public protest on the steps of the Atlanta court.
For some reason, he found this hurt man's struggle so funny, he had to just have a huge laugh about it, like it was the most comedic thing ever.
He called in Martin Luther King III, Benjamin Crump, and everyone to come protest with him to try to get his child support down. I know Martin Luther King looking down at heaven right now, shaking his head. He said, I did not sacrifice my life to get your child support lowered. And my son better not do that shit. Better not go.
By now, he thought Boosie was rocking with the joke. Although, if he paid more attention, he would have noticed that Boosie really didn't like how he was making light of another man's plight.
You don't need to be saying that shit about no child.
Man, listen, we've DM'd each other. I remember this one time, and he would I would text him, and he would respond with like a voice memo, and he just sounded like a crazy person. At one point, I just had to block him. It was just like, I feel like I was...
Boosie was into whatever it is DJ Vlad was trying to do, but Vlad wasn't relenting anytime soon. He just kept on yapping, trying to make him laugh with him, just to create unnecessary drama.
These long... You know what I'm saying? Like, Tyrese, I think, has actual mental disabilities or mental issues of some sort.
Yeah, when he cried, that shit hurt me. That shit hurt my feelings. I say he hurt. Hey, bro, I probably ain't never seen too many people hurt like that on Instagram. He was hurt.
He became a meme forever.
Like, he was hurt.
That interview didn't pan out as DJ Vlad hoped. Later, Tyrese responded to the interview, as he should. He started it all off by calling DJ Vlad out for being an exploiter.
On multiple occasions, disrespecting the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And y'all gonna keep going on his show? This dude right here disrespected the Honorable Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He says, he's laughing. I'm almost sure Dr. King did not get assassinated on a balcony to help him with child support payments. You fucking clown ball.
Tyrese was onto his game. He felt DJ Vlad was only trying to bait them, seeking to sow discord among everyone on his show.
What the fuck you doing, bro? Do you understand that we as black culture are coming onto your show and you sitting off camera trying to bait us into talking shit about each other and going at each other? You trying to bait us. All the people that went to jail after they came on your show. Because the feds, you work for the feds. You set niggas up to do interviews off camera, and everything that they're going into with details about their court case, about a shootout around RICO acts, or anything that's going on. Everybody that come on.
He even accused DJ Vlad of being a culture vulture who only seeks to profit from constantly leeching and exploiting them.
Singers and you actors decide to look the other way for somebody who continues to disrespect us as black culture. Going on the fucking show and going to get your money. He offered me $10,000. He's making, they all in my comment, they said the dude's net worth is $5 million. How the fuck did you get $5 million?
Tyrese felt it was necessary he warn people out there to steer clear of this guy, since being on show just seemed to cause harm rather than good.
You think you need to be on his show in order to put your album and your song and your single on the map? Fuck that dude, man. You crossed the wrong one this time, bruh. Anybody who disrespect the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, fuck you. Yeah, I said it.
Lil Baby. For his interviews, DJ Vlad has always loved bringing up the dirty past of his guests, without a care for how uncomfortable it feels.
You're breaking into houses.
We ain't even breaking in no house, but we were trying to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you tried to break into a house and got caught?
Yeah.
Okay. You and some friends?
Yeah, me and a couple friends.
Okay. Whose idea was this?
I can't even remember. It's been so long ago. You know what I'm saying? But I remember that, Jay, because that was my first time. But after that, it's just been down here ever since.
Lil Baby wasn't exactly willing to talk more about that story, but DJ Vlad kept digging, trying to get more facts from him, as if it were an interrogation of some sort.
That was back like they had a little red dog unit in Atlanta. I think they just pulled up out of nowhere.
Oh, okay. The red dogs are the police.
Exactly.
Okay, so they pull up on you as you're trying to break into this house, and then boom, they just arrest you real quick.
Exactly.
Okay, how much do they give you? How much time?
You know, juvenile, you don't really like 10 days max. Like, you get detained 10 days, that's about it.
Okay, so it was not a big deal initially.
Exactly.
Lil Baby would eventually try to jump onto the topic of his school life back then, which successfully got DJ Vlad off his back, but just for a while.
Trouble, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never had a problem, like, academically, you know what I'm saying? Like, super smart, you know what I'm saying? Good grades, all that. Just keep getting put out of school and all that, and then eventually, like, fuck it. Stop going completely. Then, like, they tried to send me to alternative school, but I was a little bit too old to be going to a alternative school, so I just said, fuck it.
Okay, so basically you just said fuck school and just started hanging out.
Exactly.
A lot of times that happens, you start getting into more problems.
Exactly.
Now you have more time.
And he's back at it again.
What started to happen after you dropped out?
I mean, shit, I ain't really like start getting in trouble. No, I dropped out. I just started getting more money. You know what I'm saying? Shit, went from there.
Okay. And then that led up to you ultimately getting 2 years in prison.
Exactly.
Okay. And you were how old at the time?
See, at the time, I probably caught the cases like about 16, 17. Then I caught so many cases in a period of time from like 17, 18, before I turned 19. That's what did it.
Okay, and like what were these cases that you kept catching?
Just like drug cases. You know what I'm saying? Gun charge, shit like.
He got caught up in the system after taking a plea for 2 years, which was the best he could do, even as a young boy, due to the severity of his crime.
I got into a fight, you know what I'm saying? And that sent me back.
Okay, you got into a fight with a white dude.
Exactly.
Was it like a racist thing? Was it like whites and blacks kind of clicked up in there?
How you know that?
Well, that's just how prison is most times.
I'm telling you, how you know I got into it with a white dude though?
I think you may have mentioned it in the past.
Lil Baby knew this guy was lying through his teeth because he hadn't shared stuff about that before. Yet DJ Vlad described the incident like he was there when it happened.
But it is something like that. You know, I like young. I'm young. He kind of older. He now really be. He ain't even about nothing. Just like damn near racist. Yeah, definitely racist. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Think that nigga told me something like something. I don't know, it was something crazy though. But he tried to hit me with a lock on the belt though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
This incident would eventually reinforce the people's belief that DJ Vlad might actually be working with the police. God. From the start of the interview, God's tone and attitude definitely made it feel like he wasn't exactly pleased to be here.
All right, here we go. God, welcome to Vlad TV.
What's up, big man?
Everything good, man. Huge, long time fan of you, man.
Yeah.
DJ Vlad had tried to lull him into a sense of calm, asking him questions about his time on Wu-Tang before getting into his time hustling.
Now, during the time, though, you were hustling.
You asking me or you telling me?
Well, I mean, I've seen your other interviews, so I guess I'm asking you, but I kind of already know the answer.
Yeah.
Was it a situation where you didn't really see the music thing really working out at that point? Or were you just so deep into it that you actually saw a future?
Nah, I was trying to, you gotta eat, you gotta survive, I was hustling, I was going to school. I was, running around doing my street thing. I had a lot of things on my plate, man. I mean, I just was trying to make my situation better.
God was in every way different from his other guests. He made sure he called out anytime he tried to go into his criminal past.
And starts to form, and you guys start to work on the first project. How much of it did you actually see come together? Because at one point you end up getting locked up.
You know the damn story, Vlad, man. Stop acting like you don't know the damn story, man.
Ruga. While talking about Ruga's feud with Rico Reckless, Vlad brought up Ruga's son.
Everything good, man. Huge, long time fan of you, man.
Yeah.
When you first started, at what point did you really think that you were going to be a rapper?
Oh, man. Years ago, man, we was all kids. I guess we was pushing in that direction, but it was only solidified like 93, 94 when we was putting together the 36 chamber record, And I don't know, I just knew, man. We just knew these things because we just constantly was doing our little thing on our side, in our own little way.
Okay, and you actually grew up in Brownsville originally?
No, I grew up in Staten Island and in Brownsville. My grandmother was living in Brownsville.
Vlad brought up the time Ruga had headed off to have a talk with Rico while he had his son with him, which seems like an attack on his parenting.
So you're bouncing around between Brownsville and Staten Island. And like, which of the Wu-Tang members were you closest to before the group actually formed like that?
Oh, he was Park Hill. Park Hill was me, Ray, Meth, Kappa, and Deck.
Okay. Because before Wu-Tang formed, RZA and GZA had already put out songs.
Yeah, they put out records.
Okay. Were you close to him during that time?
Yeah.
Okay. So they get, I mean, they were just single deals, right? It wasn't albums.
I think it was an album deal. I'm not for sure. I can't really remember, but I know he had We Love You Rock came and just had Genius had a record. Genius had a record. Yeah. We had Words from the Genius.
That's just asking the impossible. It just goes to show how far apart their worlds are, because such a scenario is impossible out in the streets.
Yeah.
So you guys are all hustling, and then two of you go and get record deals. I mean, did you see this as like, you know, potential for going big, or because it didn't quite work out that way, you didn't really see it as a big deal?
Well, you know how it is. When you're young, you think everything's gonna be big. You know, you don't know how big it's gonna be, but at the time we was hoping that they would get on and get successful, and hopefully they'll come back and get us, you know, in that sense, you know.
Okay, so these two records come out, and it doesn't do what they expected it to do.
DJ Vlad, ever the instigator, tried to start another conversation on Lil Jabe, but Ruga shut that down before it could even start.
You know, you gotta eat, you gotta survive, you know. I was hustling, I was going to school. I was, you know, running around doing my street thing. I had a lot of things on my plate, man. I mean, I just was trying to make my situation better any which way I know how to, you know.
So the Wu-Tang Clan starts to form, and you guys start to work on the first project.
Ruga would eventually shift the conversation onto his housing investment schemes before DJ Vlad steered it back to his son.
In Chicago, they're trying to pass this law where out of control kids, their parents could be fined up to $5,000. I guess there was a whole street takeover that happened by a bunch of teenagers that week, and Councilman Ray Lopez are basically trying to put up a law saying that if you have some badass kids that are out there wrecking shit up and whatever else, the parents could be fined that money. As someone with a child, do you agree or disagree?
It might seem like a harmless question at first, but when you check the undertone, you'll notice what he's trying to ask.
Shit, these kids is out of line some days, man. Like, I think I seen that viral video where they was standing on somebody's car and shit, all type of shit. Yeah, but sometimes it don't be the parents. Sometimes you could do the best you can for a child, and they still get out here and pick up them ways and do shit, dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? But if that's what they pass, that's what they pass. It's like, ain't nothing we can do about it. You, me, nobody. If they pass that law, you just gonna be around here, your ass better not be acting up, cause I ain't paying no fines. We gonna have...
Ruga really answered the question to the best of his ability, but DJ Vlad wasn't done yet. He still felt the need to probe deeper.
You have every child is an individual, and I know that sometimes kids just go off the deep end, but you know, usually when you see a really, really bad kid, it usually goes with an absentee parent.
Sometimes it's a 50-50. Cause you got, like I say, majority of these badass kids be having nice ass upbringings.
After he did it one time too many, Ruga finally had enough. He had to call him out.
I got a question for you though. Like, do you feel like I just rubbed you the wrong way when I told you that I really didn't want to talk about murders and all of that?
No.
I feel like I did, cause you was like you kept going for my son after that.
The silence spoke volumes. DJ Vlad had to rush in an apology after he had been caught in the act.
Not at all.
Yeah,
not at all. And if you feel that I somehow did that, and if you feel like I'm using your son to try to prove a point, or because I'm upset or something, that's definitely not the case. And I'm gonna apologize if that came across that way, because that's not how I do it.
Cause that was like your second time. I appreciate the apology, but that was your second time, like bringing up something, challenging me as a father and playing with me.
Juelz Santana. During his interview, Juelz Santana had a talk about the versus battle, with Santana calling it epic and the dopest. And DJ Vlad highlights its cultural significance, noting that it featured two major groups.
It was epic.
I think it was the dopest.
I think so.
I would
agree. I think it had the most
I think cultural significance overall, because it's just like two major groups.
I think the only one that you know even had anything of the sort was a Jeezy and
Gucci.
Yeah, but the only thing that ours had that gave it the edge was the fact that we had a crowd there and the pandemic was over. I think the crowd gave it so much more energy because, you know, even for Gucci and Jeezy, I think if they would have had a crowd, their energy would have just been so much.
Things took a turn when DJ Vlad tried to start a fight by citing an incident that occurred during the battle, which Santana had no ill feelings about.
And since we know each other, watching it was when Jadakiss grabbed the bandana off your head. I just thought that was just really fucking disrespectful. Just me personally.
Shit, Vlad. Shut up, Vlad. Come on, man. You're not gonna do that. You trying to stuff. It was
I'm speaking for me. I'm speaking for me.
Nah, Vlad. Stop what you doing. It wasn't.
Santana was onto him. He spoke out on this attempt to incite the duo. It takes a little spark to start a fire after all.
See, but y'all do shit, see, Vlad. You do shit like that, right? But say that would have turned into something escalated, right? Then it would have been, you know what I'm saying? That would have been bad, right? Look, don't look.
I'm just
let me answer. You said what you said. Nah, I respect it. I respect it. But that's why I'm gonna check it. I'm not gonna let you do that. And you still my man. But it was a good little shot. But I'm gonna nip it.
Juelz dismisses this, emphasizing the deep love and respect he and Jadakiss share. He considers the act to be part of the fear, love, and war energy of the competition.
Just as much as the energy was high, I got so much love and so much respect for Jada, bro. I would never. So that's why I said I'm not even gonna let you do that, because it really has nothing to do with you. You couldn't do that. Because the energy for me and Jada, the respect and the love we have for each other is beyond him taking off my bandana. It was all fear, love, and war in the midst of the time. You understand what I'm saying? Cam and Styles got into a damn near kicking match over there. So whatever happened at that night, it was all for the culture, and we gave on a beautiful show.
Juelz explains that his respect for Jadakiss is why he didn't retaliate by knocking Jadakiss's hat off, something he does with his close friends.
I'm gonna tell you how much love and respect I got, cause when he did that, right? See, me and my brother, we got this little thing where we play, right? We hit each other's hat like that, right? That's what we do. We hit each other's hats off our head like that. We be out in public. I may just hit his hat. He may just hit my hat off my head, right? So in the midst, right, after Jada did that, I was about to hit Jada's hat off his head. But in hindsight, I didn't, because I didn't want it to look like, I didn't want to.
An unintended physical contact would have definitely escalated the whole situation, turning into a full-blown blow. But Santana was emotionally aware enough to know and keep that from happening.
With somebody else that I really didn't, unlike Jada, I would have did it just because and ain't give a fuck if I hit him. And ain't give a fuck where the shit went if the shit would have turned left and we all would have had to beat the shit out of everybody on stage. I'm just telling, like, if I didn't have enough love and respect for Jada. So that's really what this is about, and just understanding, you know what I'm saying? Like, he that nigga, I'm that nigga, but us, that ain't never gonna happen between us. Maybe some other niggas, yeah.
And so, Santana managed to turn DJ Vlad's instigation attempt into a conversation about love and respect for the culture.